While HCC has wonderful academic programs available for students, not everyone is ready to participate. Many immigrants face language barriers or do not know how to navigate American work culture. For these reasons, HCC is developing the Skilled Immigrant Program to expand career opportunities for immigrants in the community. I'm pleased to be joined by Rosie Verratti, Senior Director of Languages and Culture. Welcome, Rosie.
Thank you for having me.
Rosie, can you tell me how this new program was developed?
So the program started with the Multicultural Banking and Finance training course, which was a result of a conversation between Ann Johnson in the Educational Foundation and area employers from banks who were really looking to fill a gap in their employment. And what they were finding is because Howard County is such a diverse county, they weren't just looking for high school graduates who could work in a bank. They were looking for people who could really communicate with members of their diverse community. And over in the English Language Center, we support 2,200 students a year who are from 100 different countries and who speak 70 different languages. So we really felt like it was a good partnership to bring us together with the employers.
So how great is this need in Howard County?
So based on statistics from the U.S. Census from 2017, the population of foreign-born residents of Howard County is about 20%, which is actually higher than both the Maryland State population, which is 15%, and the U.S. population is about 13.5%. So we're a very diverse community, which we all know, right? That's not a surprise to anyone. What I think is interesting and what has been interesting to people to learn is that in Howard County, that population of immigrants, 60% of them are coming to us with education for bachelor's degree or higher from their home countries. And that's a really high percentage, actually 61%. And many of them are coming here to work for APL or to work for Johns Hopkins, and those are not the populations we're concerned with. But many of them are coming here and they've got these great skills, they've got these great experiences, and they're driving an Uber or they're working in a convenience store because that's the work that they can find. So on the one hand, you've got that population that we're concerned about, and on the other hand, you have unemployment rates at 3%, 3.5%. So employers are really, really looking for employees. They're looking for workers, and what they're finding is not just that they can't find employees, but they have this skill gap. They can't find the employees that have the skills that they need. And so they have a gap over here, we have a population over here, how are we going to get them together? And so that's really what we're looking to do with this program.
And just describe the type of work that people are typically doing once they finish the program.
So right now the program consists of the banking class, and so they're often starting in entry-level positions in banks, so tellers are slightly above a teller, and then because they have all of this background, they're moving very quickly through the ranks in a bank. They're learning each step, and then they're ending up in managerial positions in banks. We also have the other part of the program right now is the healthcare interpreters training certificate, and those graduates are working as healthcare interpreters in the hospitals, in doctors' offices, in the health department, really helping the lower skilled immigrant population gain access to healthcare career or to their healthcare information from their providers.
So these are great opportunities for people and opportunities that they can climb up the career ladder once they're in.
Yeah.
So that's what we have now, but what do you see for the future?
At the beginning of this semester, we decided we've run through 3 cohorts of the banking program, and it was time to just take a pause and look at what it is that we have been doing and evaluate it. Is it really successful? Are we really meeting the needs of the community? Are we meeting the needs of the students? And so some of the staff in the languages and cultures sat down and went through the best practices of other organizations in the country that are serving this population. And they came away from that evaluation with having identified 4 main barriers to employment for highly skilled immigrants. And one of them is language proficiency. And we feel like here at HCC we have that covered, right? We're offering that. Another element is credentials transfer. There are organizations in the country that do that. We can put people in touch with those organizations, fine, that's not a problem. The last two are the ones that we're really focusing on, and that's social capital or social networks, access to social networks, and U.S. job experience. So access to social capital is what we have found to be the most successful thing that's come out of the Skilled Immigrant Program so far. That program really brings together the employers and the students and puts them in the same room together. We have bankers come in to do guest lectures on their aspect of the finance industry. We have them come in and do mock interviews with the students several times. And so the students suddenly have access to the people who are actually making those hiring decisions. And that has been the biggest benefit for them so far. And the example I like to talk about is a student named Luis, who's from Colombia, South America, and came here to Columbia, Maryland. And he has an MBA from Colombia, and he was running an auto dealership in Colombia. And he came here, and the job he could find is working in an auto dealership detailing cars. So MBA, he's washing cars. And he's a high-level English, really, really articulate, charming person. We just needed to get him in the room with people who could see that. And we did, and he left mock interviews with cards from everyone. They all wanted to hire him. He's working for one of the banks now, and he's very successful. And so it's really making those connections between our population and the employers that we're looking to expand as this program moves forward. So the first step in that expansion is the development of the Skilled Immigrant Network, which we've already begun, where we're trying to connect leaders of ethnic-based community-based organizations and ethnic faith-based organizations, along with employers in the area and resources that we already have on campus, from the Career Center to the Development Office. We have many, many resources already here on campus. So we can bring in those employers to help our students get access to mentoring, to networking, to internship opportunities. Then we can really expand the opportunities for them, help the employers, help the county, help our students.
Well, thank you for the work that you and your team are doing. We really are responding to the needs of our community, and having those partnerships with banks and other organizations really has made a difference in the lives of students and their families. So thank you, Rosie. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.